Jennifer, just a wild affair in today's game, and after the opening, it felt you were pretty much busted, and it showed on your face as well. At some point, you weren't even watching the game. It felt like you're fighting, but you don't believe in your position as much. Yet, you managed to get back into the game. How did you do that?
Well, I think I just got a pretty bad position out of the opening. I didn't prep this, I don't play this, so I don't know why I did this, but I guess I just didn't want to play anything else, so I was like, let's just play the Nimzo. Don't really know it, but, so not the best position, but I was just, trying to make it interesting for a little bit, and then I think when she let me get my knights, like, in the center, and they were able to stay there, and there wasn't any breaks, and I think I was starting to come back into the game at that point. But for a while there, it did look pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and it was after the time control. How did you assess the position after the time control at this point? Excuse me, I don't have the right game. Somewhere around here, after this trade. You have the c-pawn, you have the beautiful knight in the center, but at the same time, white has her trumps as well, especially this pawn on a4 that could potentially round down the board very quickly. How did you assess it?
Honestly, I thought I had really good chances here because it's just very easy for me to play if I'm able to get my pawn pushed, and also you have to worry about checks along the diagonal from a7 b1. Actually, if you go back, I don't know if I was supposed to play F5 here. Yeah,
no, F5 was the best move.
This is what we're talking about. F5 was the best move. Okay, because I wasn't sure if we should do queen e5 first, because queen e5 doesn't let bishop c3, like what that happened, but this was.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh, I mean, I guess
apparently queen to f3, and after that rook to d1 to get the rook behind, and supposedly I'm faster than you are with the c-pawn.
Yeah, so this is what I thought about for a long time, but I decided to go with f5 first.
Absolutely, and of course that opened up the game. It wasn't easy. In fact, even at this point, the computer is still saying that this is equal, but with some crazy moves in the position. Yet, I do want to see that final second of yours one more time. Maybe you haven't seen it yet. I know you felt it, but tell us your feelings going through the motions at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, my question is, how did you stop time? Like, you had 1 second and you managed to make a move and hit the clock.
That's right. Because you see, there is 1 second and you haven't even picked up your queen yet. Right there. That's when you pick up your queen, you have 1 second. Boom.
That's the longest 1 second in chess, man. That's crazy.
No, when I realized that, I was like, there's no way I'm about to flag this game right now, because I've done this so many times in the past. Like, it's embarrassing how many times I flagged a game of increment, just because I like forget sometimes that I'm about to run out of time, and then this happens. But I somehow caught it in the very end. But yeah, that was really embarrassing for a second.
Wow. Guys, questions for Jennifer after that game, after that finish.
I'm still, yeah. Wow, just so many questions and confusions and everything else. It wasn't your tournament, Jennifer, but I have the feeling that you really like fighting chess. You like, today you fought your way back. It's your openings. Your openings are really letting you down. You've had bad positions coming out of the openings. You had a bad position today. You fought your way back in. Is it just schoolwork is preventing you from really improving your openings? What's the problem, Jen?
Yeah, that was the main problem going to this tournament. I just hadn't reviewed openings in forever, and then I probably should have tried to squeeze in time, but it was just difficult. And then here I didn't have the best prep. Honestly, sometimes no prep. Like yesterday against Alice, that was genuinely like going to that game. I just did not feel like I just didn't want to play that day because I had to take like a test, so I just stayed up all night. So I like all nighter, like zero sleep. So didn't really prep all that much. So that was just horrible feeling, just like horrible day. And then yeah, like going to this round, I mean, I just like, I feel like I have also just kind of been not as motivated to like to do prep here, even though just because I wasn't, feeling the tournament, but I really should have, because like I think that was one of my problems, because before in the past, like even if I didn't like do so well, I'd always like still try my best towards the end, but I think I was just struggling a bit, especially when I was like balancing a lot of different things. So, yeah, I think I just like need to really think about how I want to manage my time in the future, and set different priorities, because realistically, like looking back at this tournament, this was like a bit too challenging for me to play this during this time in my school year for this semester especially. So I did come play some interesting games, but I did wish I did things differently.
Jennifer, I don't have a question, but I have a compliment. First of all, congratulations on winning this absolutely crazy game. But I have to say that you really keep us entertained. The last Armageddon game with Bishop G4, being pieced down and then just like fighting it through and winning that game. And now just winning this game, just fantastic. Really, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, like before this year, like back before like I won my first US champs, I would play spoiler a lot, because I would always be playing someone who was like in contention the last round, and I always love doing that. Like, I mean, not love it, but like it's just kind of fun because everyone's like watching your game, and I mean the pressure's on them, so it's like an interesting thing.
Absolutely. Jennifer, thank you so very much. We'll see you at the closing ceremonies. And here are our champions.
The